So even this, I'm not that far from the door.
Yeah.
But any type of disengagement from me, resetting, and getting her back into whatever position I want her in, which is generally sit like this, the heel. Good. And doing a slight little kind of communication on the leash, nothing too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good. So she's already pretty tense because the door's open. So what I'm working with her right now is just when she focuses on me instead, I am marking her. She needs a little hit sometimes. I'll give her a little kissy noise. This is yes, good. This is definitely hard. Good. So there's 2 reasons that she's kind of struggling with this. 1, you may not stop and make her wait to go out. So she's probably used to just going. So 1, there's a little bit of frustration of why can't I go outside? But 2, she's also being herself. She's a little reactive about it too. So it's those 2 things are kind of, because she can hear the noises, she's seeing things, like she's more stimulated right now. So I want to teach her that I'm the focal point, not the stuff out there. She's showing some kind of stress behaviors, more just trying to diffuse herself because she really wants to go out. I didn't mean to click that like 4 times. My bad, dude. Okay, we'll go a little further. Yes, that was good. So her licking her lips a lot is a sign of, it could be anxious, it can be stressed, it can be frustrated. Reactive dogs are they do that to their mouth a lot because they're almost constantly stressed. But I'm gonna work her through that. So that's a cue for me to back up a little bit if I see she's licking her lips a lot. When we go to walk, let's go. Good. Sit. And I'm gonna keep doing this in baby steps. So we're not even close to being fully outside yet, but I am keeping her focused on me instead. Good. Ooh, that was good. Good. Yes. That was really good. Yes. So very, very high rate of reinforcement. So notice that she did not break full forward.
Yeah.
Instead, she thought about it, but then she blocked herself. So I'm going to mark the second she makes that right choice. I'm counting to about 5-ish in my head. I don't want her to break it. But if she's not fully focusing back on me within 5 seconds, that's when I'm making a hit. A kissy noise, you can kind of shuffle, do something to get her attention. Good girl. This is really good though. And she's not taking treats really hard right now either. Okay. Which, remember, she usually does. Yeah. So we're not to that stimulated point yet. But the second I feel she's taking treats really harsh, yes, that's a good focus, darling. Yeah. Very good. That's a cue to kind of revert to. You ready? Go a little further. Okay, let's go. Good girl. Good. Come here. Can we go further? Let's see. You dropped it. Okay. Good. Good girl. Yep. This is good. I didn't expect us to get this far.
Maybe I just go too fast then.
Maybe.
Yeah, and I just set, because you're right, when we leave, she's probably already gung-ho, and you know what I mean?
Yep, already ready to go. Yeah. She's overexcited.
Yeah.
Yep, break it down. Because even this, like doing those couple laps inside and working through the door, that's still stimulating for her, which is just as stimulating as going on an actual walk. It's actually just more controlled and better for her, because then she's not going to reach that level of over-arousal and whatnot that creates the reactivity. Because we're teaching her there's no need for it. Can I drop the treat? Come here. Good. And even like just spending some time out here for like 10-15 minutes, just working her here is going to help her realize, okay, outside is not too crazy. I don't need to freak out. Sit. Good. Oops, you can have that one. I dropped it. Good. And this is moments too. Like she's a little bit higher stimulated than what she was inside. That was my fault. I moved this and I cued her to stand. Sit. Good. So I'm just going to work her through things I know she likes. She's still taking the treats really gentle. So that's a cue, you know, she's not too overstimulated. She's very alert to what's going on.
Yeah.
But she's not so unfocused that I can't communicate with her. Good. Come here. Nope, not yet. Good. Very good. No, this is hard. But you're doing really good. I'm just going to go down and then come back up.
Okay.
Wait, let's go.
Oh yeah, be careful up there.
Slow. You back up? Okay, you gotta wait right there then. So when going to teach them to go slow on the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you more when I go up. Come here, babe. When she goes in a stair or a step that's too far ahead of me. Wait.
Oh boy. Hopefully she doesn't see that. The dog is loose. Oh boy.
Okay, we're going
oh
inside.
god. Oh
In,
god.
in, in,
oh
in.
god. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
20,
Okay.
but not gonna fuck with that. Table. And then we'll go back outside. Good. You are taking the cookies so far. We'll grab the cheese just in case. Okay. Nope.
I should have opened the door, I guess.
Oh, you're probably fine. This is good practice for her. Ah. Sit. Come here. Now I gotta go back to working through the door. Good girl. Wait. Good. Ready? Okay, let's go. Good. Good. So she starts to go in front of you, abruptly stop. When I stopped too, I just did a slight little tug. Nothing too crazy or major. But it was enough to cue her, don't go in front of me, I don't want you to. Okay. Sit. Good. Sit.
Yeah, that's what she does a lot with me. She just gets fixated.
Okay.
And then she, yeah.
So I did, instead of doing a light tug, I did kind of like pull it a
Yeah.
little harder just to really get her focus. And it's not necessarily like a correction doing that. It's really just to get her a little bit more pressure to really get her to disengage. Good.
Okay, so it is okay to do something like that to get
Yeah.
her kind of back in the present time.
Yep. I don't want it to be like, because some trainers say like, really? I don't want that.
Yeah.
It's just a slight. And
Okay.
it's not enough to cause her any damage. If I notice she listens to it, so when she leans really far forward, that's definitely a time I'm doing it. Ava. Good.
Okay.
Good. And then I'm doing other hints to get her to focus on me instead. So like that
Yeah.
time I just kind of shuffled my foot, made a little noise. Mark if she even turns her ear back towards it, I'm marking her. If there is a distraction, like you actually see something that she's seeing, right now it's just everything. She's hearing
Yeah.
things and like, where is it? I'm going to mark her for looking as well, and we can go to the look at that. And then I feed towards me.
Right, yep.
Or you can drop it to the ground. Either one works.
Okay.
Good girl. Good. She's like, this is fun. You gotta look away. I mean, not that I don't want you to stare at me. Good. So when there's moments that it's not dangerous, there's not things she's gonna rush towards. Like right now, she's kind of distracted by hearing noises. She's watching snow fall.
Yeah.
I'm waiting her out for moments that she looks at me or just making a kissy noise. But when there is something that you know or think she's gonna react to, that's a moment to do the look at that where you click and treat.
Right.
When she looks. Right now I can wait for her to look me out because it's not scary, it's not dangerous, she can focus.
Okay.
Good. Nope. Good girl. Good. Okay, you ready? We're gonna go downstairs and come back up. Ready to do it? Oh, weird sound. Okay. I threw treats up there. You're probably trying to find them. Good. Good girl. Okay, you can smell for a second. Not going too far. Good. Ready? Let's go back up. Good. So if you notice, I'm really strict about stairs
Yeah.
with my dogs. Because come on, you're good, come on. I do not want pulled down or pulled up.
Yeah.
So I keep the leash tight if they go too far in front of me. I want them to go on the same stair that I step on. Each time I step, if they go further apart, I just hold it for a minute. I wait for them to respond to the tension, and they literally just stop moving. Then I'll go up towards them. I keep it tight until I want them to walk with me, and then I loosen it. Same with going down. If I notice she's going down too fast, I just keep this, and I kind of pull it back like this. So it's further back, so it adds more tension. Good. Yeah, we're going to use them. Good. You're so smart. You know that? Yeah, you are. Good. I know, it's not a dog, though. It's a person. By loud noises. I think I hear your friend Tucker. Maybe not. Somewhere barking.
Yeah.
Good. Ah. Good girl. You gotta come back here and get it though. Girl. Okay, you ready for mommy to do a lap with you? I always look where she's looking. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
there's nothing, right? Good girl. Okay, heel. Nope. Good. I do a lot of things in slow motion so that I'm able to really work every little thing she's doing. What? Good. And then that way that's going to help you.
Oh, you're trying to go out now.
So I can skate. Good girl. Okay, break. We're gonna switch. Good girl, Ava. And sit. Put her in a sit. And now keep her there for a good few seconds. I'll tell you when to let her go or when to walk forward. So I want the focus she has on you right now is your cue to have her, like that's the focus we want. So you can go ahead and take a couple more feet and then ask for a sit again. Good. They might have brought him in.
Oh, okay, now you can sit.
So now when she goes that far in front of you, I want you to go back a little bit.
Go back,
Yep.
okay.
And then make her reset and then come forward again.
Good job.
Good.
Woo, sorry.
Better. Okay. There we go. You can go ahead and come out.
Okay.
I think he's inside.
Okay.
And
Whoop.
same thing. So
Come back.
revert her back.
Okay. Come here. Heel.
Better. Good. Get or tighten up on your leash a little bit. Give her a little less freedom.
Okay.
Good.
All right, come back. Come back. No, you don't even smell
Yep.
that.
So when she's that distracted, go ahead and go back inside.
Go, okay.
Yep. Go about 10 feet from the door and do the sit again.
Okay. All right. I'm in there.
We want to be really strict with her focus outside. If she disengages from you even a little bit, back in and get her focus.
Good job. Ready? Is that?
Better. Much better. Much better.
Come back. Come back. Yeah.
Good.
Down.
Good.
A little bit. Good. All right. Oh, okay. Come back.
Yep. So walk her back that way.
Okay. Come on.
Good.
All right. We'll start here again. Oops, I shouldn't have walked
You're fine. So when you have to walk back with her, When she follows you is a moment to click. And then go down to feed.
All right.
Yeah, so walk back that way. So think of it as anytime she goes in front of you or away from you, your cue to re-engage her is to disengage or walk away. Yep, so keep your stance. So in these moments, really keep a hold of that leash so she cannot go forward. Like, I want you to really stand your ground so she can't do this.
Okay.
Because when she pulled like that, when you let go of the leash to let her do that, you literally let her do it.
Yeah.
You basically rewarded her for pulling and taught her, if I pull this way, I'm going to get what I want. Versus I need to focus on mom instead. Oh, she found the cheese I threw at that other dog.
Okay, so what should I do now?
So I walk her that way.
Okay, come on.
And get up. Yes. Click. Good.
Okay. Oh god, we need more cheese.
Yeah. Good girl. Good. This is hard. Go ahead and ask her for a sit. Good.
Job.
So when you're doing this with her, think every 2 feet, sit.
Okay.
So take a couple steps, put her in a sit. Take a couple steps, put her in a sit.
Sit.
Good.
Good job.
She needs baby steps.
Sit. Give us it. Good job.
So at moments like this, and I think she was doing this with me too, and I didn't catch it. When she sits facing away from you or goes in front of you, that's like you don't mark that sit.
Oh.
Walk back a few feet and then come back and try it again.
Okay.
That's definitely hard for her. So I want you to really just focus with her on getting here and down the steps and back up this week.
All right, come on.
Good. That was a good redirect, baby girl. Nice job.
Okay. You sit. So you're away.
Yep.
Okay.
So back up.
So back.
Yep.
Come on. Heel. Ava.
Go ahead and do the little leash tension. Yes.
Heel.
Good. So when you tighten the leash like
This
that.
is not right though either.
Nope.
Right?
She's overstimulated.
Okay.
So she can feel your confusion too. Says you're a little anxious about it. So I really want you to work on the leash pressure with her. So get yourself used to using the leash a little to communicate in moments like this. So go ahead and kind of pull your hand up a little and hold it there and release and click. Good.
Okay.
And that's just to get her used to what that means. So when she's not responding to you, add a little bit of leash pressure. We're not going to do a lot. Like, I don't want you to, like, yank it.
Yeah.
But what you just did is perfect. And you keep it tight until she responds to it. And that, what I mean by that is when she stops doing whatever she was doing when you had the leash tight, that's a cue to release the tension. And then you click and treat her at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. It's going to be a lot for you to get used to. So I want you to have the leash on her a lot inside and just work on that.
Okay.
So when she's doing something like not responding to your sit, go ahead and click her real quick. Look at mommy.
Ava.
Oh, that's why. So moments like this, add movement too. So
Okay.
go ahead and get her attention that way. Yes, click. Good. So movement is definitely key with dogs who are reactive. Because if you're in a standing stationary position and they're able to hyper focus on whatever it is they want to freak out about, we're basically letting them do that. Versus teaching her to look to you when you move instead. Yes, good. That was good, Ava.
Okay.
This is hard.
No,
Nope.
no, wait now.
And release and click. Good. Good. So what you just did is perfect. You
Okay.
stood your ground. You did go a little forward, but then you corrected yourself and stood back up and kept the leash tight.
Okay.
When she released the tension as well, you did the same thing and then marked her. That was perfect.
Okay.
She's so pretty.
I know.
You are a beautiful dog, darling. You really are. I go ahead and ask her for a sit right now.
You sit.
Good. And click.
It's
Perfect.
like I'm looking everywhere else.
Yep.
Yeah.
But she's still listening and responding.
Yeah.
So we'll get more focused the more we do this.
Okay. So should we try to go down the stair?
I wouldn't yet.
No.
Do another lap and then maybe.
All right. We're on the wrong side too. Oh God. Whatever. Come on. Come on.
I think the hound sees her outside.
All right. Nope. Come here. Heel. That doesn't really count. Does it count?
She hears the hound barking.
I know. All right. Come
So
on.
now I want you to stay stationary right there. we're gonna work her through the sound. So every time she looks towards the hound in the house, click her and put the treat right to her nose and to the ground, or facing you. That works too. Either way.
You're already looking at me.
You can mark her for it. Click. Perfect. Good. And again. So when you put the treat on the ground, the second her head pops back up towards the hound, click again, and then treat.
Click again?
Yep. This part wants to be, so this is the look at that. The first step is teaching them that if we want to pair something good to what makes them reactive. Right now it's that hound who's barking. Okay. So we want to teach her, okay, if you look at it but don't react, click and treat. If she reacts, we move away from it. Okay. And then in moments when she's doing really well, she might look at it and then look to you instead. Then we change our click to that. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So we're going to do both steps. So right now, I want you to click her and treat. Do it again.
That should go down though, really.
Yep, either that or to you. Okay. Click. Click. Oh, she's getting a little overstimulated. Yeah. Okay, so when she starts this, she's kind of whining. Do a little movement with her. So walk that way with her and then come back. We're towards the end of the hour too, so she's getting done with us.
Yeah. Alright, can you heel?
No. Okay, go ahead. We're gonna go ahead.